Sorry about that. This other girl, she agreed to knock on my door in the morning to make sure I was up. Um, so that's important. To make sure I get up in time for breakfast. You know, I'm not too worried about it because, if yesterday was anything, or if today was anything to go by, it feels like yesterday. If today was anything to go by, um, I won't need it. But, you know, just in case, because she's got an alarm, and I think there's an alarm on the phone that I'm using, but I don't know how to work it. So anyway, where was I? We went around and we came back and talked about more rules and stuff. But um, and there were a lot of breaks and a lot of times to socialize with the other exchange students, which was really great because you could pretty much talk to anybody. Um, if they understood English or if they understood your French, and you could talk to anybody and carry some kind of a conversation. And even if you weren't really in a conversation, you could sit down with a group, so you could at least look like you were socializing. Um, and that was all cool. But the um, the main thing today was we had a party from when did we start? I'm not entirely sure when we started. On our schedule, it said it started at 8. No. Yeah, 8. So it says we started about 8. I'm not sure what time we actually started because, I don't have a watch. But, pretty long party. And it was a dance. Basically, like we had a DJ and we had light systems and a fog machine. And there were drinks. There were, like soda and water. And there was beer, but we all got tickets. So there was, nobody was drunk. I don't even notice anybody acting tipsy. So it wasn't like we were heavy drinking. It was more like a refreshment. So it's, um, and you could say I don't want to drink. So, um, I feel like the beer was more for the rebound, who had gone on exchange and now are back, and they're used to drinking a lot, and then some of the oldies, who've gotten used to drinking as a cultural thing. It is part of the culture. Like you can't come here. I mean, you can come here and say I don't want to drink, but it is part of the culture, um, a big part of the culture. So, and it's all the Rotarians there. It's not like for one thing, it's not like anybody would want to be drunk because they would get in huge trouble. But for another thing, it's not like you're out in some random bar where the people are probably giving you something with a crazy amount of alcohol in it because it's funny because you're the exchange student and they're trying to get you really pissed. But so we were only allowed a certain amount of drinks. So it's like I said, it's not like anybody could have gotten drunk even if they wanted to with all the Rotarians there watching. So, but that was an amazing party. They played lots of. It was a pretty decent DJ. Some of the transitions were kind of bad, I thought. But that's just me being a critical musician. You could go outside to sit in the cool air, which you definitely wanted to. It was so hot. But it was really fun. This one guy started dancing with me. I don't know when, and he danced with me to the end, and he was really nice. He was a Belgian student who had gone to New Hampshire, so he liked talking to me because when we did talk, we mostly danced, but like when we went outside to catch a breather, and when the slow song started at the end, and Yeah. Um, he liked talking to me because I spoke fluent English, and he's been back for about a month and he misses speaking English. So that was a lot of fun. My feet really hurt though. I only had enough room for one pair of shoes, and I didn't have room for a pair of shoes in my bag. So I had the one pair of shoes, and those were this pair of shoes. And I was dancing in these for 4 hours. So my feet really hurt. I feel okay, actually. So that was a blast. It was amazing. Everybody was super friendly. And there were groups, people who were kind of staying with some of the friends that they'd made, during the day. And, you know, a lot of people stayed with people, the language that we got. 'Cause, we have a bunch of people from South America who all speak Spanish, a few people from Brazil who speak Portuguese, and they're all, the American students who speak English. And, we all kind of grouped separately because, some of the students who spoke Spanish as their native language don't really speak English very well at all. And, so that was natural to group a little bit. But when you're dancing, and you're that close to the huge loudspeakers, it doesn't really matter. Like, it kind of, it kind of helps if you recognize the people and you knew them a little bit already, but when you're dancing, it doesn't really matter. And then, there were fun things like conga lines and people getting in big circles and, like, bouncing around and, doing the circle thing where, like, one person in the middle dances. Actually, that happened a lot. The guy from North Korea, or South Korea, sorry, not North Korea. The guy from South Korea, he was really energetic, all the time, and he danced a lot, and he was often, whenever, a lot of the times when people formed a circle and there was, like, only one or two people in the middle, he was often one of the people in the middle, and he was always trying to pull, like, a ton of people in with him. He's super cool. I like him. And, yeah, it was great. They, at the end, they played slow songs. They played, Don't Wanna Miss a Thing, of course. I think that's been at, like, every single dance that I go to, and they end with, like, a slow song. That's been the slow song. Like, I don't even, and then they also played a song. It sounded like a Coldplay song, but I didn't recognize which one. It was kind of quiet. Um, and, they played slow dance songs, and slow dancing. It's so exciting. It's kind of fun. Some of the, some of the people dance with their, friends that they'd made, you know, but, none of us are supposed to date, and, most people, I think, have, somebody back home. So, like, it wasn't like a couple's slow dance, it was just friendly. Actually, two of the oldies were dancing, and it was really funny because this one guy, he's super tall, actually. We had to take a picture today, of the whole district, and we all had, like, they gave us all Rotary shirts to put on, and, they had us out on the steps, but they wanted us to, like, crowd super close, like, way in front of the steps, so that a ton of people, like, wouldn't be able to be seen. And this guy actually boosted me up like a piggyback, and so I took the picture on his back. It was kind of funny. Um, but and he's like scary tall, and so he was dancing with one of the other guys. It was really funny. Um, and then the music stops and everyone's like, "Oh!" And so we all kind of stood around talking for a little bit. But finally the Rotary people are like, "Dude, go to bed. We're all old. We don't want to be up this late. It's midnight. Why do you guys still want to talk?" And now there are people still talking in the hallway, and it's 1 in the morning. So I'm really tired. Breakfast is at 8 again tomorrow. I don't think we're doing much tomorrow, but yeah, came up to my room, took an awkward sponge bath in the sink, though I don't have a sponge or like a washcloth, so I didn't think I need a washcloth. Like they don't have towels here. um, so yeah, I used I used my dirty clothes as towels for the floor for when I dripped all over the floor. Which, you know, if it fits hair, it's inevitable. Though I'm actually pretty proud of how dry the floor was. But you know, I used my pants that I adjusted, that I just danced in, to dry off the floor. And I used a tank top that I'm not gonna wear um, as a towel. And um, so I'm kind of clean. I hope I'm clean enough. And that was today. It was a really great day, and I wish I kind of could have gone into more detail about like the dance, but it was a dance. You danced, and different songs came on, and it's like, oh, and then I got really into it when this song came on, and then they played a song that I didn't really know, but I caught on to the chorus so I could sing along, it was just a dance. Um, but it was a great one. It was a really great dance. Like, there's always been at school dances. There's always something bad that kind of happens. Sometimes it's something really bad that happens. And this time, I didn't have that. It was all fun, all of it. I'm gonna go to bed now. Um, I actually feel really bad because one thing that I've been doing is sending kind of little stories to one of my friends back home from the day, little things that I like don't put in here, or just little things that aren't really important but kind of stood out in my mind, and I want to share them with her. And I kind of stopped because I wasn't sure if she liked them or not, but she said that she liked them, and I'm like, okay, I'll come up with more stories and I'll keep sharing stories. And then we don't have Wi-Fi, so I can't. And it's like, I really want to tell you about this thing, but I can't. So I'm really disappointed, and I just had to share that with somebody, and that was kind of pointless because I'll be able to share all those little stories with them by the time I'm able to post this. But no. I hope you guys are having a great couple of days, and you're not too mad at me for posting these late.